Yo, yo, yo. What up, my people? We back. Episode 5 session. We got some guests with us this week for this episode. We had to bring in some heavy hitters for the modern love topic.
We got some heat today. We got the heat today. We no holds barred today. So
but of course, I do have my trusty sidekick and my cousin over here. To that side, to the other side, Benji Banks, the man, the brand. What's up, dog?
Man, chilling, man. Try to make it happen. Trying to walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. That's it.
Well, we know if you trip a little bit, it ain't too far to fall, so you good. You good.
Oh, the short joke. Okay. All right. For the record, yes, I'm 5'9", and I'm comfortable with being 5'9". All right. Ken always trying to talk about because he's 6'4", 6'5". You know what I'm talking about? It's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's straight though. You know what I'm saying? You know.
All right.
Still so we got to get these buckets on the court. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
So we got Tricia Michelle with us. Welcome back. We had her on earlier in the season. She talked about her nice hairline, her products, and her skills in the shop. So we had to bring her back because the topic yielded such. Her comments on the show and her energy was like, you know what? We got to have her back for another topic. So she was graceful enough to join us today. So we appreciate her joining us as well. And of course, we got Uncle Dolee, Uncle Dolee.
Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. I didn't even ask y'all whether or not I could cuss, but that's just what I do.
It's over now.
Yeah.
We're here now.
We no holds barred, my man. We're going in today.
Oh, for sure. The ice is officially broken.
Facts. So welcome him to the show for the first time. And I got Sara without the H just joining us. Let's bring her into the studio.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up, Sara? So Miss Sara is in California as well. Everybody on this show today, except for me, is located in Cali.
I'm a Cali people. We got love for the South, so Texas is home, so we still love y'all too. So you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, we respect it. I'm gonna shuffle these windows a little bit because I don't want the audience to be like, you know what I'm saying? He putting the ladies at the bottom and the guys at the top. You know what I'm saying?
You know they will. You know they will.
Today is 2022. I'm not.
That's your compromise for the day. There you go. See, look at being a modern man. That's your compromise.
Hey, I don't want smoke. I don't want that smoke. So we're gonna start off right.
In California, we like smoke.
Well, yeah, y'all definitely like smoke. That's a different type of smoke. You know what I'm saying?
We're in Cali, man. You got to have smoke. You know
I mean, it's only appropriate tomorrow, 420.
Oh,
so
what a blessed day it is. Oh, yes.
I don't know about that life, but
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
All right. So we're here to talk about modern love. So me and Benji were talking, and we had a long conversation about the difference in today versus, you know what I'm saying, when we were growing up. Because me and Benji, we in our 40s. Right. So, the times when we were growing up and, when we were in our early 20s and things like that, like the dating scene and women and dudes and the things you could do, everything was totally different. And the values were different. And the things that you look for in somebody was different. Now, it's totally different out here, and Sara had some interesting topics that we talked about on the last episode she was on with us, where she gave us her a story of a terrible date she had.
Very terrible.
She has another interesting story that she brought to us today. So the last time, let me give y'all a little backtrack. I ain't gonna tell the story, but so we don't have to go there. Y'all can go back and check out that episode. She was dating a guy, and she found out his transportation was a skateboard. His transportation was a skateboard. The guy had
he's frugal.
Yeah. He's saving gas. So when you got a guy on a skateboard,
right now I'm on a skateboard too.
Yeah, he's not worried about the gas prices.
I mean, the rules is different for everybody. You know what I mean?
Well, he was on parole, child.
Okay, so before we get started, Sarah, can you break the ice and tell us your horror story, your dating horror story, before we start talking about all this dating and all the stuff that's going on date? Tell us about your dating horror story.
Oh, the most recent one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so I was dating this guy, whatever. So, okay, the problem is because I'm in my 40s too. So, you're thinking that, oh, okay, try a little older gentleman, be more established and everything like that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, no, sir. I get to his place because he always want to come over my house. I'm trying to figure out why he want to come over my place all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because when I did decide to go over there, he's like, I'm gonna be real quiet though, because mother in the front house.
Mother.
Mother in the front house, okay. So when I get there, I'm thinking, the restroom must be a trap door somewhere because I only see a room. Okay. So I'm there a couple hours and then I gotta use the restroom. He said, oh, well, mother's asleep now. So okay, I'm gonna go outside. And then whenever you finish, knock on the door. Where I'm gonna go? So do y'all ever have one of them at your grandmama or your auntie house? The little wooden dining room table chairs that have the plastic bottom that you can pop out at the bottom of it.
You going back.
So he said, so he goes over there and lifts it up like it's some luxury European toilet that I had never heard of. So he pops the bottom off of it. It's a bucket under there. And he said, don't worry about it. I got your toilet paper right here. And you got baby wipes. I don't know what you use, but just in case, it's right here too. I'm going to step outside. Well, thank you for the privacy, sir. But as I'm sitting there struggling, hovering over this chair, that's like, I'm like a person in a wheelchair trying to get out of it. I'm sitting up there struggling as P just slapped me up against my butt. And then I knocked on the door after I finished and everything, let him on back in. But the problem is I still fucked him. That's where that's when
okay, perfect example of modern love.
Mm-hmm.
I was rooting for you.
I was rooting for me too, though. I was rooting for me too.
Oh Lord! I just knew you left. I just knew you left.
Now you gotta have some good dick with no toilet.
Requirements done slipped a little bit to be able to smash, right?
Oh man,
Lord Jesus.
Now, see, that's totally different because I'm not saying that dudes wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, 2000s, early 2000s. But
she said this was recent.
Yeah, that's recent.
It's been a year.
This was recent. And the fact that
on the hospital medical equipment toilet.
Hold on. But I think y'all missed the point that this dude was living in the back house behind his mama's house.
Hey man, listen, that's saving on rent. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm gonna say it depends on the situation.
Everybody got their vices. You know,
it depends on the situation there. Because if I'm needed to save to buy a house, I might.
You know what I'm saying?
I had met him like 3 years ago, though, y'all. I met him about 3 years ago. I should have known then because I met him in the back of a shared lift. He didn't have money for his own personal lift.
Oh man, you just.
I'm thinking.
But they always say that bum sex is
that
always
didn't matter.
Having sex with somebody who ain't got their life together is always the best. Women too, like Section 8 coochie is it be
premium,
something special.
Premium.
Yeah, it be that top tier. Yeah, that's Wagyu.
Folks ain't got much to lose, so they ain't really tripping. They
ain't got nothing to do but have good sex.
But get it right, huh?
That's all.
I'm gonna break you back regardless, right? So
it's because their stress level low. Their stress level is low. They ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
You know, folks got hella stress nowadays. So you already know they need that sexual healing. It's like it's mandatory, right? That's modern, right?
Yeah, but Marvin Gaye had a house though. And a toilet.
Very true. That's very true.
Okay, so
he also had a crazy daddy, so that's another story.
All right. So with that being said, Benji asked a great question on social media. He asked, can modern values in a relationship or, when you're dating help or hurt when traditional values are expected? That is an amazing question because that's what's going on from what I see a lot of times, men and women, you have these modern values of, especially I'm not being biased, but I hear a lot of women with, I'm saying, the new attitude and the new, mindset that they have. So, but they want the dude to be the traditional dude from back in the day. It's like you can't
Flowers, candy,
you
open the door.
You can't be 2022 model Barbie and want 1964 Ken. That just it ain't lining up. So that's what's happening. That's basically what's happening. So, y'all talk to me about that. Like, have y'all seen that where people, don't mesh simply because of the expectation of, I want the gentleman, but I want to be a boss at the same time. And it's not about being a boss, but it's about it's that mentality of, I want to run everything from the female perspective, but she want the dude to be chivalrous and she want him to take the lead as well. And it's like a power struggle.
I've seen it.
I would, what's funny? What's funny with that is this part is that it exists and dudes know it. They aren't oblivious to it. Dudes know that this is the what's going on out there. Yet, if you're in the game and you're playing it that way, you're gonna play it the best way you're gonna play it, right? Whether you're man or woman. And that to me is where all of the mix-up is coming from. What you think? What you think?
I don't play the game. Like 9 times out of 10, if she got independent woman in her bio, I don't take her serious. I look at that as a red flag.
Right.
Like once I see certain shit or I hear certain attitudes, it's automatically a red flag because it's like independence should go without being advertised or said. Like you a grown ass woman, so you should be independent any damn way. Like nigga, what should you say in your bio? I live with my mama. I'm on the county. I'm on Section 8. Like no, you independent. Right. So duh. So like when a woman is telling me I'm an alpha woman, I'm this and I'm all that, and I'm like, where does a man fit into this equation realistically?
But they want you to fit in somehow still.
Exactly. It's like I don't want to try to be the round peg fitting into the square hole. So if you telling me you want to be the breadwinner and you want me to pay for the meals, like you want to be the alpha and you want me to be the leader, like that shit makes zero sense. And I see it a lot. Like I need somebody who can handle me and tame me, but it's like, what do you want me to do? Like you literally want me to like put my hands on you, grab you and shake you or something? Because if I can't just speak to you like a logical human being, this not gonna work. Like it's only one steering wheel in the car.
It's gonna be constant battle.
Yeah, so I don't even take women like that seriously on some real shit.
Well, it's a lot of women with low self-esteem that have infiltrated the airways and social media.
Absolutely.
A lot of them are going out there and they give that, oh, I don't need no man. Half of them can't get one, praise the Lord. And they just have this whole thing where I'm just going to reinvent myself into this. I don't need this. I don't need that. And at the same time, you can't stop them from texting.
Right.
We was taught that growing up
trying
in
to
the
go
country,
being thirst trapping with the clothes and stuff.
Right. Like we was taught the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So if I got somebody that's, constantly jabbing, usually there's a need there. So I'm not big on the hype. So all the hype is like, and I agree with Uncle Dolee, the hype is a turnoff to me. Like you expect grown folks to act a certain way, especially if you got a man who's on his game. If you got one that's on your game, that should be easy pickings. You should understand that already. But coming into the game now, no, a lot of them don't understand that process.
Okay, Tricia. So what you think about this? Because I know with you're a business owner, like you doing your thing, and I know you meet guys, and a lot of them probably are intimidated. Some of them because you have things. And they can see those things. So like, what's your outlook on this?
I mean, that is very true. But it's funny because I'm the exact opposite. Like I let the person lead. Like I'm a team. Like we're teammates. We're that's me. I'm big on that. But, of course, especially in this world day and age now, if a woman got this, and that, she probably got that alpha. You can't run me. You can't do this. You can't do that, which is true out there. So it does make it either they're too intimidated or too scared to talk to me, or because they think I'm like that, or whatever, because that's the trend and that's what's going on and the tone that's set out there in the world. So that's kind of annoying. But and also I just let them do the thing. The women out there, they are messing it up though. Like because and then there's the other type of women that want everything to be paid for. They have this expectation. You need to pay for this. I need a man to come in and pay my house bill, my this, my that. But you want to also be, like he said, the breadwinner. You want to be the person that gets the bag and does this and that. But you also want this man to take care of you like a child. So I don't know. The whole dating pool is all messed up, and it's both men and women fault because the women expect that, and there's men out there giving it, and so therefore that we have that expectation that can be met. But if that's by all means how the man want to run his thing, then go find that man. But stop putting these other men down that want a partner. So it's a whole bunch of.
And I see a lot of niggas who like just honestly. The reason a lot of them be intimidated is because like they literally just be afraid of a woman who got something because they know that the only thing they got to offer is financial. Right. So when they meet a woman who already has the money, they like, I don't know what else I can offer her.
Right. But that's
all I got is a good job. Like
that's the sad part because there is so much more to offer from an individual than money. Because you need that loyalty, that companionship to be able to communicate. Can y'all build? Can y'all come up with goals? Can y'all actually meet them? Like those are things for me that are the intangibles versus all the stuff. Anybody could hire a maid to cook meals. So you don't need no heifer to go cook. You don't need no heifer to wash dishes. Like you could hire these things. These are all, they can be done. You're not needed for that. And then
you can make the world less stressful by doing those things. So.
Yeah, and like one of my things, because I got an advice show. That's what I do on my show. I give advice. Like something that I would always tell women, like if you really want to shake a nigga shit in the beginning, like if you really starting to take him serious, just ask this question, and this should pretty much let you know whether you should like go on another date or block this nigga number. Ask him what he has to offer besides money, dick, and protection.
Right.
Ask the female the opposite.
I believe you should be a Swiss Army knife out there. And believe it or not, my traditional values came from my mom. So seeing her, how she ran the game, she was a Swiss Army knife. So the cat that is one-dimensional to me, like it's bothersome to a degree because I'm thinking on 2, 3, 4, 5 different levels. You get what I'm saying? On how to make something happen, on how to be a better Benji, you get what I'm saying? And that to me makes dudes makes you stand out. But a lot of these cats is just honest; they don't have much to offer, so they are intimidated by women.
But a lot of cats that don't have nothing to offer, they be looking for females like is it Tricia? Tricia, okay, girl. they be looking for, especially since I got my new job and stuff like that. My ex-boyfriend gonna sit up here, he gonna call me. He said, yeah, they told me about your new gig and everything. I just want to let you know I don't mind if a woman make more than me. I just want you to know that. Anytime further down the line, if you want, I mean, I'm even open to somebody retiring me. I said, okay.
AKA what?
That is so good to hear.
You ain't talking about skateboard P, are you?
That nigga gonna be a professional 2K player.
Professional 2K.
I'm even open to somebody retiring.
When he go to sleep.
Now, see, those are traditional values. So we kind of dipped into the idea of the traditional values where a man should have his stuff together, right? We would call that traditional, right? That's just from the beginning. A man should have his stuff together, right? Everybody agree with that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think both sides, though. I don't think it's fair for a woman to require that from a man, but then the woman not to have her stuff together and expect.
Agree. The idea that you got to build a woman up, so to speak, is that modern? Is that traditional? What do we call that?
Some bullshit.
I was about to say something.
That out, right?
some old weird shit.
Like,
no.
but the thing is, like, it's a lot of women that be trying to build men up too. Like,
Yes.
I hear that shit like more than I'd like when women be like, oh, well, he's between jobs and he's trying to transition into, and it's always some weird shit like music or something. Like, oh, well, he was in the military and he's working on his music career. Like, this nigga like 36. What the fuck is he doing? Like, I hope it's like smooth jazz or something. He like a piano genius or something. Cause I'm like, dude, if it ain't that nigga need a job. Like,
Right.
Oh no, I had a dude. I met him at Washington. He gonna sit up gonna tell me. He was like, "Yeah, right now, I'm just transitioning." He was on that transition shit too, and then talking about. He said, "Yeah." He said, "How about if I can just come and just like hang out at your house like overnight when I'm not working security? That's why I be working all the time."
Where are you at? Where are you?
Girl, I'm in LA. Girl, I'm in.
Get off for whatever it is you mean to get.
Like
you must be south of the 10 where you looking at.
I was like, what? But mainly I go to work, I go home, or I go to the store, or I go to like something like that. It'd be these awful little places. You'd be like, you meet the skateboard nigga, you meet the homeless New Orleans man that he does security.
Not the cat on the skateboard. The cat on the skateboard took the tank. I'm trying to tell you for real though.
Okay, so is that why people are against meeting strangers in public? Like old school, we met somebody back in the day. You met them at the movies, or you met them in the grocery store, or you met them at a football game or something like that. But now people ain't really feeling that. People ain't really feeling just talking to strangers in public no more. They would rather go to an app or meet them on social media, and that's because you can kind of vet. They feel like you can vet people, what I'm saying, and peep into them a little bit. So I mean, is that why people have gone away from meeting strangers in public and getting phone numbers like random people?
The lazy.
No, because even when I meet a person in person, I do want to look at their social media.
You're still gonna do that. So
yeah, like let me get that IG, lady. Let me go through and make sure you're not crazy or you don't got 17 kids by 22 people.
Right.
Like, cause some women got more baby daddies than babies.
Oh,
I'm lifting hands. That's a lifting hands on that.
I don't know.
Write that down. That's a lift your hands moment right there.
Yeah.
Let me, I'm gonna see if you can post it. Okay.
Y'all tweet that out.
Yeah, they need to be a shirt. You need to make that a shirt.
Need to be a shirt. I'm telling you.
It's laziness.
And it's very true though. But they and my man got his clothing line. No doubt, we got to shout him out. Listen, everybody on this platform got some type of hustle going on. So first, I just want to say again, shout out to everybody on this platform with their hustles going. Everybody. So that's dope. That's legit.
Yep. So like I was saying, meeting a stranger in public is considered weird. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lost start.
Especially to the younger people, right? For us, if you're 30, 40, you used to it because you saw it and you were a part of it. But like anybody like 20, maybe 25 and below, it's strange to meet somebody in public, and it's weird to watch their interactions. You know what I'm saying? Because they won't have a conversation with the person in public. I've seen them get the person's social media information and immediately start DMing them. Like they don't want to have the conversation in front of them. They want to DM them. I'm like,
they're socially awkward. They have no actual social, like they lack that piece. Right. And that's what it is. They sit behind the screen and it's easy. Like it creates this pride, the self-esteem, this high. Like we could do that easily here. In person, they lock up. It's lazy. That's all it is. It isn't. It's only weird because it's easy over here.
Because
like,
a lot of people is raised in the metaverse, and they don't even know it yet. Like you can literally sit at home and like I used to tell my homeboys, like I used to joke about it, but I was serious. Like on MySpace, you can literally order a female. Like you can put the height, the weight, the build, the location. Like this
is they say they are
this far away. I need an athletic built Latina. I want her to have this type of job. Like, and all of that shit was in your profile. So
Right.
And then I come
literally
outside.
pick the specific type of person I wanted.
Did Sarah
And I
come
could,
outside?
hey, 25-year-old Latina from
Catfishing.
15 miles away. Like I got 16 of them that I can choose from and DM all of them.
That's crazy. But see, the thing is that to me, my claim to fame is my personality. So you can't get that on social media. I don't hardly be on there like that.
Right.
I said you get to know me in person. That's how I get all these winners.
I'm traditional. I want to.
I was with you.
Listen. I will literally post randomly, like going to the Clipper game. Like, who want to pull up with me? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's just the type of dude I am. I'm raised by my mom. I'm traditional. So I want to see you. I want to see what's up with you, because you can tell me anything over social media. And from meeting you or meeting a person, I can tell off the top, no, I ain't kicking it with you no more.
Some people,
I'm cool. Like, and I want that perspective for myself. I want to find out for myself. Like, I can't even take this female to a game. She don't even know how to act. You get what I'm saying? Like, just certain small little things like that. And I mean, social media makes it a little easier. But overall, man, like, I don't understand just wanting to meet somebody behind the platform and not actually wanting to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? In person.
I don't want to text you and DM you all day. Let's link up. Let's go have fun. Let's go experience life. Right. Like, let's go outside. Like,
Yeah.
That's why I believe a lot of modern people are depressed because they stay in the house a lot.
I believe so. I believe so.
A lot of people look clean, but they smell like boo-boo.
What? Wait, go back.
Say that again.
They look clean on the internet, but they smell like boo-boo in person.
That part.
That's why I don't want to go outside.
No, I FaceTime a dude one time and he was like, you need to call me the regular way. The regular way? That's what
I really
you gotta put his makeup on.
Out of everything. You
gotta put his face on.
Everything. That's okay though. The Lord gonna send them.
Sarah, wow.
Yeah, let me know what part of LA you in so I could avoid that part.
Right, like it is not safe.
Yeah, I don't want to go
stay away from that part. Like I'm going to stay out here in this IE.
Oh, you
yes. It's way worse out here. This
might need to come out here. You never know.
Every woman I go to see, I'm on the freeway to see them. It ain't no local, nothing that I deal with.
Yes, sir.
Well, don't go to South LA because
I just got back from Bakersfield. Like, I'm on the freeway.
That's a mission.
Gotta be a distance.
It is, but sometimes you got to put some miles on your car to meet a quality person. So
exactly, it's gotta be beyond skateboard distance.
Yeah,
some of the dopest ones are in other states. I'm just going.
Oh yeah, but that's the reason everybody meeting online, because when you online, like the dating pool is huge, just huge, enormous online, because you can be like, well, this girl in Texas, she is super cool. I'm gonna fly out there.
But that's
then you lose your money.
Not linking
These
up.
local ones is crazy, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, now hold on.
It ain't even like it's 100%, because I'm sure y'all can say the same thing about dudes out this way. Like if I was to tell you I live in San Bernardino, that shit would probably be an automatic disqualifier for a lot of women. Like,
said, do not not collect $200.
Exactly. Like once you hear San Bernardino, you immediately gonna think like, you just a dirty nigga with a gun, huh?
Wow.
I mean,
that's what I think when I hear San Bernardino. When I live,
but you got a gun, you own something.
Well, no,
let me be a positive.
Don't own anything. They got a gun under the bed in their mama room, and the bed is a race car bed.
You got a skateboard.
Yeah, niggas sleeping on the bottom bunk in their little brother room, and they got a gun under the mattress.
Okay.
And I know these people personally.
My ego too big. I couldn't live in a 1-bedroom like that. I'm
Me
sorry.
neither, doggy dog.
No, but out here it's a 1-bedroom. You need one bedroom? They be in studios around here.
Roommates in 1 bedroom, and it's 3 of them.
Right. I just can't do it, man. Listen, to me, and even whether we want to call it modern or traditional, I believe that just a man in general should have his shit together. Just period. Either he working towards getting it together, I don't care how old he is, whatever. You know the fruit of somebody with on their game.
If a man ain't paying rent or a mortgage, he don't deserve no pussy.
But speaking of fruit, you gotta watch out for that too. Some real sweet out here.
Any nigga living with his mama, auntie, brother, cousin, uncle, old cellmate from jail, that nigga don't deserve no pussy.
X him off the list.
Man, nigga, I got a couple homeboys. It's like they at home with they celly from jail a long time ago. Like, man, my family abandoned me. Nigga, I'm staying with my celly right now. Like, damn, nigga, life sucks, don't it?
No, but they doing what they can to survive.
Yeah, shout out to them, but
like, keep it real with them though.
When people tell me like, because like now that I'm kind of like new in the dating game and shit, like, I only been like single for maybe like 6 months or something. I was in a 13-year marriage.
Right.
But like now that I'm like single and dating, like when women be telling me, oh, I'm just healing, I'm like, all right, well, holler at me when you're healed. Because I'm not finna heal with you.
Man,
like,
listen.
That's a big thing. A lot of people need to holler at people when they're healed, not while we're trying to heal. That's major.
Yeah, you're not finna break me fixing you. Shit, I'm cool.
Man, these folks ain't going to therapy. Come on, man.
You ain't going
to therapy? How they going to
the modern person is big on saying things instead of actually doing them.
That's very true.
And what's the huge turnoff is people talking about the healing, and I'm like, there's a difference, right? Like, what are you actually doing? Are you seeing a therapist? Have you stopped smoking weed? Have you stopped drinking? Have you stopped taking the 5150 pills? Like, what's the deal? Because listen, out on this game, like, you got folks taking stuff, need stuff, got stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And then you got to add in their past connections into the whole tree. You know what I'm saying? So like, you see people and they can talk that game, but when it comes to putting the money on the table is where the rubber meets the road for me. Like, either you dealing with this or you aren't. And I can tell because all the hell I done been through. I know for a fact if you're working on yourself or you aren't, because you talking to the Negro who done had to work on himself. So either you're doing it or you're not. So to me, that's where the modern person kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. They do a little more talking than they do action.
Well, see what you're saying? Like, a lot of times, a lot of the guys that I met in crazy situations and stuff like that, it's also because it was something in me that attracted these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I remember the night I met the homeless dude, which he could have been anywhere, but he I was feeling lonely. You know how sometimes you get in the mood, you be like, man, I really want somebody. Oh, you want somebody?
No.
Here comes homeless New Orleans, man.
You gotta be specific with your prayers.
I'm very specific with mine.
You gotta be specific when you say your prayers, because God gonna bring you what you ask for.
Come on. It's targeted.
There's anybody.
Like, I never prayed that prayer again after the day.
Trash.
Okay. Wow. Sarah, I love your stories, man.
Oh my Lord.
They all true. That's what the sad thing. The sad thing is they true.
I'm praying for Sarah after I get off.
Oh, girl.
Sarah's Hollywood true stories.
Come on now. Look at my unsung.
That's true. Like, I'll be real picky because I'll be like, "Whoo, man!" Because like even like the stories that I've heard, like while I was married, and I'll be like, "Damn, the streets is ugly out there, huh?" Sucks to be y'all. And then it was like, "Damn, here I am."
Welcome, y'all.
In the damn street. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing, nigga?
Always find yourself in the streets, right?
Yeah, here I go in the damn ghetto after 13 years, man.
I'm surprised the ones that knew when you were married or whatever didn't hop on it first.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, that
they did.
There was a line. There definitely was a line. Like,
that is trifling. It is so trifling.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, y'all couldn't wait to get that announcement, huh? Oh, I didn't see your wedding ring when you was doing your show. You ain't had no ring on.
Well, if you need some food, let me just
they like the background is different. Where you at? You in a new house? Yeah. Can I come by?
No.
My kids live here. Sorry, lady.
We're very, very particular.
Yeah, yes, full-time father out here. Can't be playing like that.
No.
Weird.
So check this out. Okay. let's talk about qualities, because that seems to be something that we're talking about anyway. You know what I'm saying? Kind of what you're looking at, looking for in a mate. I guess we can start with the ladies. What are your top 3 things that you look for in somebody you're interested in a dating? If you could pick three things that's non-negotiable that you gotta have in somebody that you looking to date, like what are those things?
You gotta look good.
Okay.
I have to be attracted to you in some type of way. So let me say that.
Okay.
So no booger wolves. No booger wolves. Booger wolf got cash.
I don't care.
She got cash.
Like, I need to be attracted to you because I just can't. I'm not that chick that can look like whatever and she still be over there. That's fine with her. That ain't me. Sorry, sis. Here you can have them. But so I got to be attracted, and we have to be able to talk back and forth. We got to vibe. Like you got to pass the vibe check. Like because that like matters in all of our interactions, wherever we go, whatever we doing. Like, are we sitting there on the phones while we eating, scrolling and double tapping, or are we actually having and holding the actual? So I need that, and then I need somebody that's got some type of goals. That so they gotta be doing something. Right. You got.
Makes sense.
Okay. Yep. That makes sense. And the thing about that is, I'll point out that everything that she asked for, she has it. So that's one of the biggest problems I see with a lot of lists that people make. They list stuff that they ain't got. they can't stand up and say, "Oh, I can match that."
That's true. A lot of people make that.
To me, that's a problem when you had this list of stuff that you're looking for. Oh, you want to like I heard a lady a couple of days ago say she want a man, with abs and all this stuff. I'm like, homegirl, you got a fupa. Are you really asking for a dude with abs and you don't have anything anywhere close to that? So is that a real requirement? Or is that what you want? If that's a real requirement, then usually if a guy is working out and he's into that type of lifestyle,
no. I've dated guys. I have dated guys, and I'm a plush size woman, and they were very fit and stuff like that, and yet they love me being big. Like they didn't care. That's what I'm saying. So don't be saying there ain't no dude that
I ain't saying ain't no dude, but what I'm saying is I'm just saying a lot of people ask for stuff that they can't find information.
Right.
Like they ask for a specific amount that a person makes a year. Like, but do you come anywhere close? Like there's a lot of foolish crap I see online. People repost or state, and I'll just be reading it. I'll hop in, like I'll say something. Like I'm a woman, but I'm gonna check y'all too. Like what are we doing?
Right.
I'm always just like block.
But block.
Because like it's just stupid. And a lot of times like you're gonna end up in a heated argument with somebody who don't even deserve the energy because
of raising your blood pressure.
Like they really be strongly incorrect. Like they be passionate and dumb as hell. So it's like I'm not even gonna do this with your dumb ass. I'm not even trying to date you. Why am I arguing with your stupid ass?
Right.
Like I don't be having time for that shit. Cause like some women, and a lot of times I come from a place of genuinely just trying to have the conversation to let people see another side. But it's like they don't even want to. They don't want to be corrected. Like they want to just feel like they got this platform. And it's like, look at all these people listening to me and agreeing with this dumbass shit I just said. I'm not about to let you stop me from being right. And I got all these retweets. And I'm like, you and all the cat lady brigade can have your fun over there with that dumb shit. And it is what it is. Because it literally be stupid. Like,
when you get
some of the logic surrounding
I need a man to have a doggy bag for my son on a date. What kind of man don't have a doggy bag for my son on a date?
What?
I'm not his stepdaddy, nigga. This is our first time going out. Like, I'm not.
Why your son on the first date? What is going on?
Like,
the son ain't even there. She wants
like,
food to go back home.
I seen something on Twitter that said you should order food for me to take home to my son, because a real man is a provider for a woman and her child. And I'm like,
you should feed
I
yourself.
ain't even met this slow nigga.
I might not even like him.
Okay,
Exactly.
but
Like,
first of all, they want a lot of women. They want like old school, like the principles and stuff like that. But that's when girls your age look like Mahalia Jackson.
Right.
Yeah, at 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, people out here doing other stuff with their lives and stuff like that, but they want to get treated like Mahalia and all them other people, whatever, and have a little settle down life. You want the man like to keep on doing that, but yet you stop it whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, because
you're
the
just
thing
trying to get
is,
money from these people, but you independent, girl. Of what?
them women had that hairy nightgown coochie, and y'all don't got that no more.
Hey.
That hairy nightgown coochie had 4 niggas singing to one woman, and only one of them hit.
One of them, Lenny Williams.
Yeah,
the
one nigga in the group hit, and the 4 niggas behind was helping him sing to her.
Right.
Nigga, that hairy nightgown coochie was different.
Look. I'm
like, nigga, they was cooking and cleaning. They ain't had no job, but they had that nightgown and the big red bag. I don't know what to do with that.
I don't want her
coochie cleaner bag.
I want the woman that looked like the nice body, most men out there want that.
Fake bodies.
But then what comes with that, I don't know if fake or real, but most women, or a lot of women, let me not say most, that come with that have these half-ass values and things that they bring to the table. So it's like, you want her to look like this, but then you risk this. That I'm not saying all of them, because clearly it's not, but there's quite a bit there. So it's this look versus this. It's this balance that you got to try to find, and that's men and women. Because a woman wants to look like this, that, and that, but it's like, okay, is he trash? Is he a drug dealer? Is he this? Is he that? What is he? So people aren't taking the time to vet out these things to find out before they just jump into something because the looks checked off, and that's the problem.
And that's generally with we're in a fast culture, modern culture, where everything is fast. We want everything instant, but I think that's where the vetting process comes in, at where you do at least have to have some particular qualities that you hold a standard to, right? So for let's say a guy like me, a guy like Ken, who's been married for years and years, he looked for something in particular, I'm sure. You get what I'm saying? So what do you value when we talk about the qualities? What do each of us value? Like, for me, it has to be a peace of mind. I can't be around you and not have a peace of mind. Like, I can't pillow talk with you and get good conversation out of you, something valuable. You get what I'm saying? Like, everyone has their level, but you have to find that space right there. You have to, no matter what, especially if you're out here and you date, you have to find that piece at least.
Okay. I really want consistency, because I dated 2 white dudes, because when I met them, they was black, and then they turned into Casper on my ass and went away. But the problem is that they I did my
part. That you met them and they was what? Hold on,
I did right, because they turned into Casper. They got ghosts.
Yes, I mean. And the thing is, I did my part, everything like talking and stuff, because I love intelligence. Like, an intelligent man is that you can have nothing, but you can come up with a business plan out on me. Went right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the intelligence is very sexy, okay? But at the same time, it's like, I feel like, okay, so they got to be smart, but they cannot be conniving. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things with intelligence comes narcissism and a whole lot of other things. You got to get a right kind of smart. You know what I'm saying?
Balance.
And having like conversations. Like, one of the guys or whatever, we were together every single day, all the time. And the thing is, it wasn't me he would get off work at night and come by my house, pick me up for breakfast before I go to work, just to see me before I go out to work and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, fine. And then one day,
that brother liked you. And them the type of dudes that usually get pushed to the corner, because they got them traditional values. Brother picked you up for breakfast. Early
picked
in the
me up for
morning.
breakfast and all that
Everything
kind of
was
stuff.
cool, and then he just stopped.
He just stopped. But he had told me.
His ex-girlfriend start acting right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Facts.
Thank you.
Facts.
Bingo.
Got her head
Bingo.
out her
Bango.
ass and
But
came
how
back.
about 3 days ago he
Facts.
started calling me back again? No, nigga.
And let me find out you answering those text messages.
Girl, I answered it, girl, but I'm just saying.
Hey, that's why for me,
That's the problem.
Got something set up for the night.
I want to know.
We going out tomorrow.
Yeah, that nigga on the other side of the camera sitting down, rolling the blunt.
Watching the whole show.
Yeah, that nigga rolling the blunt for tomorrow.
Hey man, listen. If a woman, if you on a date with a woman or you out with a girl and all she can talk about is her ex, fellas, get the check.
That's a red flag on both sides.
Check, boom, and be gone. Because I'm trying to tell you, she ain't overpop. She ain't overdue. She ain't over him. Just go on and get your, enjoy your
I'm gonna
vittles.
tell her to text him and let him come pay the check.
Yeah, exactly.
Let that nigga come pay for this shit.
All right.
Because
that's why I'm going out with him tomorrow. Just
closure. Right.
Close your legs.
Huh?
I say, when people ask for closure, I say close your legs.
Oh my Lord. I've been doing that quite often.
Okay, whenever women tell me like, "Oh, I just want some closure," you can come over. I said, "Nigga, we can have closure on this phone."
Big time.
I know what's gonna happen.
He wants to meet up. He wants to meet up with me.
Exactly.
Change nothing. Look,
whoever initiated, that's the person who wants the sex, but the sex is gonna happen.
Oh,
exactly.
Ain't no closure.
Come on.
Yeah, we know what closure means.
I'm gonna go home to my place.
Yeah. If you really needed closure, why you clean yourself, your coochie before you went over there?
Because you gotta smell good.
Exactly.
You got to smell good.
This is the things that
I'm a woman of a certain size.
Closure is blocking somebody. That's closure.
Thank you.
Closing the damn book. That's closure.
I did block him, but when I unblocked him, he called me.
You unblocked him.
Unblocked him.
Put him on that block list. But no,
I unblocked him and he called.
No, we do it to ourselves though sometimes. Like you said, we might be going through something. And I learned that years back. Like wherever you're going through something, or you tend to make these poor decisions or poor choices of people just to be fillers in that moment. And then you go back and you find out you wasted a lot of time, whether it's a couple months, a year, or whatever, on these people that really held no substance to the actual values that you want. And so that's why I do big time believe in vetting for sure now. Like I used, everybody want to get to, finding out this, okay, oh, he's cute, he's this or whatever. Nah, I need you cute, but hold on. Do you check off some of these boxes now? Like, so slow down now.
The fact that Married at First Sight is a damn TV show shows the problem in society.
Yeah.
And then I should have known because he an old nigga that wear fedoras.
People be signing up for that shit.
So you with Future?
I mean, she basically said it. There you
Nigga
go.
be wearing them brunch boots.
What on the brunch boots?
You done found Future. That's the problem.
I don't have.
Hey, Future came out today and said, you know what I'm saying? The women don't give him, won't say that they were toxic in the relationship. Anybody on this platform believe that a guy can be with a woman and she be 100% not liable for anything?
No. Heck no. Because for every
you just have to read between the lines, right? There's some issues between man and woman.
Whether it was, she picked at him or whatever, there's something there that led to this reaction or that action. Not to say like, we are grown, we are all responsible for how we react though. Right. But at the end of the day, he ain't just out of nowhere just do things. Some people do though. But I'm really big on believing like somebody, you played a role somewhere in there. There's always somewhere where I could have been better. She could have, somebody could have been better. And so, she did something.
And a lot of times it's red flags that you might have either number one, not seeing, or number two, ignored. And that number two is a lot bigger than that number one.
I was just going to say that.
That 1-2 step.
All the time. Like you be like, I like him though. That nigga got a little mad and he pushed me, but he was just mad. I'm gonna let that one slide. And I'm like, I don't believe in letting nothing slide.
No, you
Like
can't.
I would tell women in the dating game that I've been dating, like, trust me, if I display anything that you don't like, I will not, I won't take it no certain way if you block me or stop talking to me.
Right. Let's not waste each other's time. But that's
Yeah, like
the time. The reason why I didn't work out or whatever ended with whoever is because of those red flags. I seen, noticed, pushed to the side, and was like, you know. So it's if you see it, just pay attention to it.
Mhm.
And
But this is a great time to discuss one of the things on my list. Is it hard to acknowledge a red flag with a person you're extremely attracted to?
yeah,
I agree.
of
It
course.
is.
Until you reach a level of maturity.
Blinders.
Yeah, because the
Yeah,
blinders, the veil
them
is over your
flags look
face, like you
pink,
can't see clearly.
maroon, fuchsia,
Look,
all type of little shades
you
of
don't even see the
orange.
flag.
And you like, that's like a dark orange. That ain't
Oh,
even
no.
red. Like,
Oh,
I
no,
think it's just like a
I seen
shadow.
them.
It's a
That's when you be out here with
on
that
that
girl. He's so
flag.
perfect and he's so great and he's wonderful. That red flag, red flag, red flag. Shut up.
I
Mhm.
seen them, girl. I thought it was, you know, how they have in the flags in church, you know, thinking it's the blood of Jesus or something. It's like, you know, it's just protecting you. No, it's not.
Not the flags
It
in
is
church.
the flags of the red that are telling you you're an idiot. Why are you doing this?
9 times out of 10, it has always been what ended up being what ended it in the end. It's what I seen in the beginning.
Same thing that'll make you laugh and make you
Right.
cry.
Oh my Lord. That's
Exactly.
true.
And like,
That's very true.
and the thing is, like, you know, like women to say, have y'all seen that meme? Like, Lord, give me a sign if he the wrong one, and then he give you the
Right.
sign to you. Like, that sign ain't gonna stop me. I can't even read.
Yeah, I seen that.
No, I haven't seen it. Very
Right.
disturbing. Very disturbing that you're a dating age and
because
cannot read.
at some point you meet somebody somewhere, if you're not careful, in a vulnerable state or in a down moment, and you just thinking you want to have a great time. And so
they got me,
you
Benji.
can meet somebody in that moment. You can attach yourself to something that really has no benefit to anything in your life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Being vulnerable is the deadly game.
And sometimes you meet a person at the absolute wrong time and at they wrong time, and it feel like the right time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like both of y'all is coming off a bad breakup, and y'all just like, this person gets me.
Everything.
Grief bond.
She
Because they
understands.
bond
Like,
over the trauma.
We call that a trauma bond. That's a
her
trauma
booty
bond.
hurting like my booty hurting.
First
And
of
then
all,
it's like when y'all heal in different directions, you like, what the fuck was we even doing together in the first damn place?
oh yeah, I've had that. So
Yep, that's the epitome of a trauma bond, and we've talked about that a few times on the show. We actually had a whole episode about that trauma bonds, and a lot of people wonder why their relationships don't work. It's simply because when they got together, like you said, the common ground that they found was terrible common ground. You know, so you know that's not a great start. Both of y'all need therapy.
The foundation, right? Hey, therapy is a big
Exactly.
thing, and therapy should not be frowned upon. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, people should not frown upon therapy. You learn some things about yourself.
Because
You really
people,
do.
Especially if you got a solid therapist who ain't gonna cut corners with you. Mine literally won't cut any corners with me, and that's what I respect the most. Like, listen, you ain't dealt with this issue in forever. You get what I'm saying? Like, you need to deal with that. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that to me is the benefit, one of the great benefits of actually seeing a therapist, so that you can have somebody that is unbiased, willing to check you no matter what the situation is. Like somebody that doesn't, because you can meet family and you can trauma bond with family over issues, and they just got your back. And all the time, like, you operating foolishly, but family gonna support you. I get it. I understand that's family, but it doesn't mean that it's not detrimental to you to keep walking over the issue that keeps having you back and forth with baby daddies. I'm just saying, like,
and make sure if you're going to seek counseling from a church therapist, make sure that they are certified. So Dr. Davis, I didn't know she had an honorary doctorate though. When I was back in Houston, she decided that she was gonna, but she eating chicken my whole session.
the whole session.
Halftime, she didn't even remember. And I say that one more time. Why am I repeating myself? I'm going through the pain twice, ma'am.
she got a Bible study doctorate.
Thank you.
She got her doctorate in Bible study.
And I'm
Right.
like, what? And then no, the what day I really knew is that when I said, "Hey, Dr. Davis," and one of her friends was with her and started laughing.
Damn.
I said, "Doctor."
Doctor.
Oh man,
Girl, you work at
you know when the homies laugh at you, so he was finessing, huh?
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like a lot of people still got like the old school stigma with therapy. Like they think if you say that you go to therapy, you crazy.
Right.
And I always tell people like, nigga, you crazy if you don't go.
Crazy for thinking that for sure.
You know, a lot of y'all are crazy as hell. Like, and I've never been to therapy, but like just of what I know, sometimes I'll be diagnosing people on the phone and I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, you got OCD. We need to stop talking. Oh yeah, see, I get that you got PTSD from some childhood traumas that you haven't dealt with. We need to stop talking. Because like I ask people a lot like about their parents, and it's like, you know, I ask women a lot, like, how's your relationship with your dad? Like, do y'all still talk? Are y'all cool? And if they call their daddy a bitch ass nigga, I'm probably gonna block that.
Wow.
Like if they who that punk ass nigga, fuck him. Oh, okay. You gonna be very disrespectful.
R.I.P.
Let me go ahead and get rid of this phone number right here because I already know. Like, because a lot of how a woman views men is how her relationship is with her father, especially if she had no relationship with her father. And I tell women that shit about men. A lot of men who daddy ran off, they bitch ass niggas too, because they looked up to their mama and they wanted to be the woman that their mama was growing up. Like their mama was a tough woman, so they want to be a tough woman.
But that's not always the case though, because a lot of people, say I grew up without my dad, but I had father figures in my life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big one right there.
Yeah.
Because me, I grew up with my mom, but again, it's the same thing that I would always say. Like my homegirls, because they would ask me, like, you know, what's your advice to give to a single woman trying to raise a son? Because I always say that, like, it's very, very hard for a woman alone to raise a man to be a man's man.
Absolutely.
Because punching a nigga in his chest ain't making him no more manly than anything. It's just getting him used to getting hit by a woman.
Yeah.
You being tough on him and screaming and hollering at him only makes him cool with being screamed and hollered at by a woman. It's not gonna make him into this tough alpha male who you think you raising. You raising a bitch ass nigga. You know, a lot of times when you putting your hands on him a lot, thinking that that's toughening him up, all that's making him feel like is it's acceptable for violence from a woman to a man. And a lot of times from a man back to a woman, because he grew up like, nigga, my mom always hit me, so I feel like I hit a woman back.
You got a lot of bottled up anger from that.
Yeah, so it's like you always got to have strong male role models somewhere. Like even if it ain't granddaddy, sometimes it could be the nigga at the bus stop or just some dude you met who's just a real cool dude. Like, you know, sometimes you might have had a relationship that might have failed, but you know he's just a good stand-up dude. He just ain't for you. Like, just, hey, you know, like, nigga, I know we ain't work out, but do you mind just being the example for this nigga? I don't even need you to buy him nothing, nigga. I'll pay for y'all niggas to go to Knott's Berry Farm or something. Like, I give you gas money just with this nigga.
Sometimes they do click or latch on or create a bond with somebody that is an ex. You know, just personally speaking, my son does with an ex, and like that's who he models things behind, goes to for advice. We'll talk to about things. When I went through our little phase of hitting heads, like I had to bring him in to talk to him, like just to because they relate, and that's you know that's the bond that they have. And I don't go kick that to the curb if that's what my son needs. You know, there is nothing there, but my son needs you. And y'all already have that, so they respectfully on their own kept that, and I'm like advice, whatever you need to come talk to him, whatever. It helped us through our phase because we had moments like he getting hair on his chest about to be 18. He thought he was the man, and you know I'm like I need some man to come sit him down real quick. Like hold on. So yeah, it's big. I could raise him, but I can't raise him to be a man, and that's for sure.
Exactly. And a lot of women try, like they really be thinking like, no, see, I'm tough on him. I don't let, you know, if he fall, I tell him just get up. Like, you know, I'm hard on my boy. And I'm like, trust me, it's not going to get the effect that you think it's going to get. You know, a lot of women think that they can do that. Cause like I tell women like, nigga, I got a son and a daughter. I know I can't turn her into no woman. I can only give her but so much advice. I can only but show her so much.
You could give her values and
You don't have
everything.
to see a woman do that's gonna let her know that that's what she's supposed to do. Like I can't tell her to do it. I can't be the do as I say, not as I do, because I can't do it. I'm not a damn woman.
Right.
I don't have any kids, but I had a dog, and I had to at least put them around a neighbor dog, because I don't know how to be a dog.
Exactly.
Dog.
Because even with dogs, a dog see you sleeping on the bed, he gonna want to sleep on the bed.
Always know that
Stretched out.
It's true.
They're gonna mimic. You know, this is interesting because when me and my brother did our show, he said something interesting that I didn't know. How my mom treated him is how he treated me. He felt he could take that, what was put on him, and apply that same pressure to me. And although, so to speak, it worked, you know what I mean? It made me tough, so to speak. It spoke to me about how we're even raised when we talk about dealing with the opposite sex, dealing with women, dealing with men, whatever, you know what I mean? So that to me was big, because I think a lot of our behavior and stuff that we do is actually just passed down. Like we're talking about not being able to, a man being able to show a woman how to be a woman and vice versa. In our community, we still try.
We do.
We still try to a fault, you know what I mean? Trying to make things better, trying to keep going, trying to keep pressing. But I agree totally. If you don't have a male presence in there, man, it could be an issue, a long-term issues for sure.
Yeah,
vice versa.
Big time. We got to make sure that we do that. And then on top of that, say the male isn't around, you don't know what traumas the child has. So I put my son in therapy just to make sure. I want him to be a well-rounded young man.
Right.
I could teach him things and instill values, but I can't teach him how to be a man. I can give him great things to utilize, but I can't teach him how to be a man, and I can't fill whatever voids he might have, or frustration or anger. Like you said, later he go down, he beating on women because he's mad at all the things his mom had done to him the whole time. So that's okay. Therapy as well, because he's getting ready to go into the real world out here. Hopefully the foundation I'm going to give could be everything that I could possibly do to, help him be that.
The therapist might be a good male role model. The therapist might be a good male presence for him too.
Right.
If you got a male therapist, that could be a good, like somebody to understand what it's like to be a man growing up.
Right.
Like he could be giving him examples of what he doing in his life. Because like I think about that a lot, because like women will ask questions a lot, like, would you want your daughter to date a man like you? So like even me now, like as a single man, like even how I treat my kid's mother when I'm around her, like I always try to treat her with the utmost respect and do the most that I can for her, even though we still not together, because I want for my daughter to see how a man should treat a woman no matter what.
Right.
Like I'm never gonna be disrespectful. I'm never gonna talk fly or talk down on her or say some slick shit. Like how we talk in text or what we do when we argue amongst each other is between us. But in front of my daughter, I'm always gonna treat her with the utmost respect.
And that's
with
legit.
any women I interact with. Like I don't want my daughter to see me doing goofy shit. Just like with my son, I don't even want my son to see me treating his mom bad or any woman bad, because I don't want him to think that shit is acceptable either.
Acceptable, right? So let me ask you this though. Where do you draw the line when it comes to a situation like that? And one of the big things is men being called simps. I don't agree with this, especially when you're taking care of your kids, you're taking care of your family. I don't believe there's no simping in you taking care of your kids. So where would you put that topic in proper place when you talk about, I take care of my kids. I ain't gonna talk to my ex-wife this type of way. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do no sucker shit, whatever. Where do you place that in the category? You don't call that simping, do you?
No, simping is doing a whole lot of shit for nothing. Like simping is when you're doing this for a woman you ain't never slept with, you ain't never done nothing with, you ain't got no ties to. Like simping is the nigga who go out and roll the red carpet off for a woman who ain't got no interest in him. Like you think that you can buy some pussy. Like, oh, if I take her to Ocean Prime, and I rent the limousine and do this, somehow she's gonna give me some sex because I went and did some bullshit. That's a simp. A nigga who's like, oh, let me go take your son shopping and buy your son some Jordans. Oh, you got a daughter? Let me go buy her some shit. Let me go ahead and do. That's simping. Right. Taking care of your motherfucking family, whether y'all together or not, is just what a man is supposed to do.
Exactly.
You know, some niggas got a different definition of what enough is, what not enough is, and what too much is. But at the end of the day, nigga, you made kids with a fucking woman. You know, like at the least you could do is take care of the mother of your kids, because your kids see how you treat her. You know, now if she's slapping you in the face and calling you out your name and being disrespectful, you got to handle that the way that shit get handled. Right. But as long as both of y'all are cordial, you got to do the best job that you can to make sure that you keep that relationship cordial. So I don't see no sympathy.
I agree 100%.
I agree.
Yeah, because the name changes all the time. You speak Joker, sucker, and all that.
In modern day, I guess we could call it. They'll take off the responsibility and then label it simping. And I'm like, you're a little backwards, man. You can't.
A lot of those terms come from bitch ass niggas, though.
Exactly.
Those are terms that bitch ass niggas make up because they see you doing something that they can't do and ain't willing to do. So they want to point the finger. Ha ha. You're taking care of a woman. And I'm like, ha ha, you live with your mom, nigga. Like, fuck out of here.
Those niggas be in the chat rooms and stuff all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nigga, you live on Twitter, my nigga. Like, why do I care about your fucking opinion, nigga? Like,
let's get this retweet.
Yeah, like if you got more followers than dollars in your pocket, my nigga, don't speak to me, dog.
My lord.
Modern day trend.
That audience online be speaking volumes to them more than it does. And it's like that ain't real life, okay?
Yeah,
like
they're only fans.
If we can't monetize it online, ain't no need for me to be on it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have more followers than dollars in the bank. Like that shit is ass backwards. Right. And it's thousands of these people.
Okay, millions, if not.
So we've talked about like the parenting aspect of it, and we brought that up and how people are raised. And so, do you think that that's part of the issue? Because y'all remember, like in the 70s, is that influx of when we started seeing a lot of single mothers. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the Black community moving forward. So the dynamics of what a man was kind of start changing a little bit, and the roles of who takes care of what in the household and that type of dynamic starts shifting. So do you think that that's part of the issue that we're seeing, especially with the advent of social media coming into play, in the what people deem, acceptable as far as the values that we grew up with versus the values that they have now, and what they're going based on is how a lot of these guys, especially, were raised by women. No knock to the women that raised them, but they didn't have them around men to really learn how to be a man. So they have holes in things that they should know, like
holes
what I'm saying,
in their manhood, so to speak.
The very essentials of what a man really is, the core of what a man really is, they don't have it because they never been around one that had those type of principles or those type of things that they supposed to learn. They didn't learn them.
I would agree, because just speaking from my own personal experience, being in the space to where you had a mom raise you, either my uncle stepped in and became like, the dudes, what I'm talking about, and handled their business. I could say that for sure. Because certain stuff you didn't know. Man, when I came to California, I ain't never had to work a day in my life. I didn't know what work was. Like, the family was just hustlers. So it was all hustle. Like, you working for what? $5.75 an hour? Like, that was offensive. You get what I'm saying? So I came to California at 19, 20 years old, and I never had to work a day ever in my life. And to see a man working was like, what is this? You get what I'm saying? Like, you getting up at 3:00 in the morning to leave, to do this, to do that. So it was a whole nother experience. And then that experience alone was like, man, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't $5.75 an hour. So you see certain things and you're turned off by it. You get what I'm saying? So manhood can be intimidating to some, in some aspects.
But you know what? Even being a female and raised by a woman like me, but I never saw my mother in a relationship. My mother always say this. She said, all men want to do is lay on top of you, and she got sheets for that. And so I never see my mom in no relationship or nothing. Ken, no, my mama ain't never date. I never seen my mother even date nobody. The last dude she was with, that I know of was my daddy.
Right.
And she divorced him after I was born. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just I not seeing that, but seeing other relationships like in my family or whatever be long term and stuff like that. It still doesn't give you an intimate knowledge of it because it's not in your home. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't witness that dynamic like every day. And I think that has caused like not only me but other people that have gone through the same thing. When you don't see that demonstrated, you have the holes because you're trying to piece things together. Oh, this is how they work.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like trial and error and stuff like that. Which
Right.
I had a lot of error, but at the same time, it's
Hey, you ain't the only one.
Yeah, because that was a lot of the disconnect in my marriage, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of what broke my marriage up was her seeing shit on social media and trying to compare that to what we had going on in our house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like even her parents, because like something that I always would want, like one of the things that I subconsciously asked for, like I would tell people, like, nigga, I always wanted to get with a woman whose parents were still together, like who was married for a long time, because
Same for me.
I'm like, I know she know what a lasting relationship look like. But throughout our marriage, like I would realize your parents was lying to you the whole time.
Right.
Like they never argued in front of you. They made you seem like arguing wasn't a relationship thing. Like they never told you about temptation outside the marriage. Like it's like, oh, we never cheat. I never look at other, you know, like her dad told her, like, I only have eyes for your mother. I never have looked at another woman. I've never been tempted by another woman. Any man who looks, you really think that's real to you? You think that's real?
Child.
That was astrophysics class 101.
Exactly. And I told her, you know, because in the same breath, like she said, when she was 16, her dad told her, you'll never be a man's only woman. And I told her, I said, your return question should have been, so where's your other woman, Dad?
Right.
I said, but you allow him to hit you with some bullshit, and then you know, he telling me, because he told me that, oh man, you know, I only was with her, she's the only woman and I'm like, dog, come on, my nigga. Right. Like be real with me, my nigga. I'm not gonna tell her you a liar, nigga. Just keep it 100 with me, dog, because this bullshit, my nigga. Like I grew up around a bunch of men. Both my grandparents' relationships lasted until they died. Right. Like both sets of grandparents, my dad's parents and my mom's parents, they died together. And my grandmothers both told me, nigga, your granddaddies was dogs, but they was our dogs. Because back in those days, not that cheating was acceptable, but it was more of kind of like, as long as it don't reach my front doorstep type of agreement situation.
And your brothers and sisters around the corner.
Yeah, and it's like, not that shit is cool or nothing.
Right.
But, you know, like I was telling her, I said a lot of times in relationships, the reason these relationships lasted so long back in them days is because they didn't let one little stupid ass thing break the whole shit up.
Right.
You know, like a lot of what social media fucked up in relationships is it gave people the illusion of having millions of options.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, you got all these niggas in your DM lying and telling you they gonna do something that I won't do, huh? Mm-hmm. You know, so like when I was on my way out, like literally, I was like, nigga, good luck with them niggas on the internet.
Hell yeah, it's all hot sauce.
Ain't nothing cute out there.
I've always said this. It's because people think that they got options out here. I said, if none of those options are actually worth marrying, settling down for, they're not really good options. You have this illusion, because ultimately, if you're dating ultimately to either meet somebody dope, or you're just out here just wild and doing whatever you want to do. Yeah. So if that's your goal, like, and you really gonna sit here and tell me like you got all these options, but none of them worth marrying, then you don't really have a lot of options, in my opinion. Because you just got a bunch of stuff. You got the Cheeto puff that's hollow in the inside.
Right. You got
and this is what I be telling people about, like the options. I'm like, dog, it's literally like you want gumbo.
Right.
And it's 100 restaurants in the food court of the mall.
My Lord.
A lot of options, but don't none of them sell gumbo.
They don't sell none of it.
So do you really have options? Like you could say you got all the options. You got 1,000 people in your DM saying that they want you, but like how many are qualified?
Right.
You know, because that's what I was telling her. Like me personally, you know, I'm kind of popular on the internet, so she would always get mad and look at all these women who would be DMing me and liking my pictures and doing all that, and I would always tell her like these motherfuckers ain't nothing. They live in my phone. Like
can't
I
control
don't know these women. They ain't nothing.
You can't
Yeah,
control.
like
You got
they
you got your
literally when I turn
platform.
my phone off, they're gone. So
Yeah.
why are you intimidated by them? Like, you know, I come home every day. Like, I'm literally a nerd. I'm a homebody. This is what I do. I podcast for fun. So it's like, why are you tripping off some women on the internet? And I don't even talk to women in person.
Right.
But it's like the internet really be having people thinking like, oh no, she's really pretty. She got a good job. She's this and she's that. And I told her, I said, dog, this is literally like a woman talking to niggas in prison.
Exactly. A lot of them be tilapia, catfish, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
a lot of them don't even look like that.
So it's like if you know, like they got this online persona and all of this shit. I said, dude, ain't nobody the same as they are on the internet. So I don't even take this shit serious. But a lot of people take what happens on the internet more serious than what happened in real life. That's the reason niggas end up breaking up because of likes on the damn internet. Some likes
and loves on the internet.
And likes and love. And a lot of them can't spell, but you don't know that until they start texting you.
For real.
Okay. So Patricia, let me add. Patricia, go ahead, Ken.
Hold on. Let me. That's a good segue for my last little question I had. Finding love on social media, like that's the thing now, right? Whether it went from the dating apps, you know what I'm saying, and they still got dating apps, but the biggest dating app is social media. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of people connecting with people, and that's your vetting ground. Like even if you meet somebody on a dating app, once you find out that person's on their social media, their Facebook page or their IG page, you're going straight there to see, you know, what they like through social media. So now, yeah, but see now that's a big part of who that person is, and you finding somebody is finding love on social media. So like how do you navigate that? How y'all gonna navigate that? Because all of y'all are involved in that now. You're gonna have to be involved in finding love on social media in some aspect. So,
and one thing I could say is, like what he said, is a lot of the stuff that's on there is not real. It's their facade that make, you know, they're posing as this person. Not to say that some of the things they don't post are true to whatever it is about them, but you can't go on there and just take Instagram as Bible for this person. Like this is them. This person is this, that. That's not true. So you need those. Okay, I'm gonna see this and I see that. File it away. I'm gonna keep it. Pay attention to these things. But let me meet you. Let's talk. Let's interact. Let's hang out. Let's vet. Let's ask these questions. Let me compare the two. Let me figure out what's real, what's not. Like you have to not be blinded by social media thinking that that's real, because that is fake. People only gonna post their best. Who's gonna post their worst? Like no. So you got to
take me 50 pictures to try to put that one on there.
That's logical thinking. How if you were to guess, because you're a logical thinker, and you've shown that from like day one. That's why you don't. What would you say is the percentage of people who actually think logically in the dating world, or do you think people gravitate more to it being fairy tale?
People gravitate towards fairy tale because it's what feels great. It's what they want. It checks off the boxes of wants, but is that really the truth? Everybody gravitates towards not everybody, but a lot of people do, and that's the problem. Once you stop yourself from doing that and say, hey, let me check myself real quick. That look good, it feel good, it's fun right now, but hold on, like you gotta check yourself.
I agree.
People was raised by Disney princesses and shit.
Exactly.
And they really be looking for that. They really be looking,
and it's like a
Charming.
huge thing. They believe in this. A lot of women believe in the fairy tale life, so they approach the whole concept a certain way. So this is the question that came to my mind. So if you're interested in somebody, what turns you off when you go to their Facebook page?
Memes.
Okay.
If they post a lot of those bitter ass memes, I'm immediately getting off their page. Like I'm unfollowing them. Like if you got all these, she was a delicate sunflower, but he was colorblind. He couldn't see the black yellows of her.
He couldn't see.
I'm a co-sign that as the female. if I go to your page and everything is about how men, if you want to, did stroke her ego and make her this and lay the red carpet and do this, I'd be like, what?
I'm cool.
Like I don't want that. Like,
yeah,
I
I'm
want somebody to
straight.
love and that, but I don't want that. I don't want that. Like, that's not gonna make me be like, ooh, let me DM him. He's the one God haven't sent. Like, no, I'm not really not gonna pay attention to that.
Yeah, a lot of the memes they post, because a lot of that they agree with. Like, that shows the mindset that you have.
That's
like
true.
you not just posting that shit because it's funny, because it's not funny. It's not entertaining. Like my page, I post a lot of funny, stupid ass memes. I post memes about the dumbest of dumb shit.
Yeah.
But if you go to my story, you'll immediately see me picking my kids up, me taking my daughter to dance, like me posting my podcast clips. Like, I have a podcast. You can hear what my mindset is on my podcast all the time. Like, you want to hear me being vulnerable, go listen to that motherfucker. You want to see where my head at.
That's the vulnerability you're gonna get.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, like, just have a conversation with me. Like, I'm big on, let me get your number so we can actually talk. Like, all this typing and shit, like, you can literally think of a cool ass lie while you're reading what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, I hate seeing their family though.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story.
If you come from a crazy ass family, I don't think you the one sane person. You not the blonde from the Munsters.
Right.
I forgot the blonde one, not crazy monster.
You don't even remember her name. She was that irrelevant.
Family, they got the one normal member of the Addams family, and everybody else
was like Maryland. I think her name was like Maryland.
Yeah, like you're not that person. You crazy like them niggas. You just look different.
Right. Another thing for me is niggas posting money, cars, jewelry, just it's okay. You got it. That's fine. Have it quietly over here. Not to say you can't buy a nice car and do this. That's fine. Do that. This stack of money over here. This laid out on the bed with this watch. Buy blocked. Like, I don't even want it. Like, I don't want you over here because I believe in this. Like, it's okay to have all that. That's fine. But you don't have to do all of that. Like, for me, that's a little too flashy for me. Like, I don't want. I don't want.
That shit is insecure.
Flash it out for you. My man Unc is like, look, them bittersweet memes. She was a deer, but he couldn't see in the headlights, so she got ran over. That type of thing. Sarah.
Well, mine is that I don't want to go to your page and figure out that you some type of. This actually happened to me, Lord. He was an associate pastor of a church, and I didn't know because he was just trying to fuck. So.
Not the associate.
Yeah,
associate pastor. What even is that?
I don't know.
That's just the negative side to the pastor.
That's the business model for.
I don't know. I don't know this. Once anointed, they always seem to try to come over and try to do something. I don't know. Huh?
That nigga, he the.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He the Bible study pastor. She let him come pray for her.
Oh, yeah.
He was like Reverend Leon on the level.
She let them come bring some prayer.
I still let him
let him put some prayer in your life.
You are in timeout. I'm sorry.
Let him put some prayer in your life.
Oh my God.
This is going to require a little bit of laying on of the hands.
That's what he said.
And that's what he did.
Let me get my blessing oil. Let me anoint you with the oil.
I give you a whole dissertation on how we prayed over this oil for 3 days and fasted.
I didn't know it was massage oil.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, it was massage oil.
Some KY jelly.
Oh man, y'all wow.
All right, y'all. Well, I think we've given y'all a pretty good, summation of things that we can look for in today's society of dating, modern times. There's a lot more we could talk about. Maybe we'll do a part 2 to this to make sure that we give you all some more great stories from Sarah. Because she always got something, y'all. I'm telling y'all, y'all should hear the stories that she tells me about, like in our regular conversation, because it's always something. So,
I love it.
I already know, if y'all follow the show, before we get up out of here, we give everybody an opportunity to kind of, you know what I'm saying, give some parting words, to give some motivational words, or to give y'all some type of advice, and also where to find them on social media, because everybody on here is doing something. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we try to do. We try to bring people on that are doing some stuff and that are involved in some things. So we support them. We want y'all to support them. And we bring people on like this. Like, we got 5 of us on here. So we trying to become like the Avengers or something. You know what I'm saying? We try to bring our powers together. You know what I'm saying? Bring y'all some quality content. So we're gonna go around and let everybody give a hood shout out or whatever they want to do, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Sarah, we're gonna start with you, then Tricia.
Okay, so Sundays with at Sundays with _Sara is my Instagram. Here I'm working on a couple of big projects and stuff here, so I'm really excited about it. Moving forward, my job I got blessed with. I got to tell it another time because that's a testimony right there. But anyway, but it's really awesome. Like, a lot of things that's going on in my life, and I'm just glad for the next level. So you can catch me on Instagram and see what the amazing things I have popping off. And they trying to get me to do a stand-up comedy thing, but
you should.
You should. I think you should give it a shot. T.I. giving it a shot. Give it a shot.
Exactly. And I said, but I don't know now because I didn't cut my hair and I look like a 90s oversized lesbian. So I gotta wear earrings and lashes at all times.
That right there just proves why she
help you on stage.
She need to be on stage.
That'll help you on stage.
Go do it. You got the real stories from Hollywood. So yeah, trust me. We need to hear those. We need to hear those. We need to laugh.
That's a fact. Tricia Michelle.
So for me, I'm gonna give y'all 2 things. So on Instagram at Tricia Michelle, spelled with the _YT. That's my YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel. I've been kind of quiet, but I'm getting ready to vamp some things back up. So you can go ahead and follow me over there so y'all can know when I'm about to drop some stuff, because it is definitely coming soon. Some new stuff I'm gearing towards. I'm big in the sports. And I like doing that. So I'm going to start some vlogging and going to some games and doing some other things. So, tap in there. I'm on YouTube as well, Tricia Michelle. Then you go over to at Hair by Tricia Michelle on Instagram, and I do hair. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and barber, and I do my thing on there. So tap in. I got you, Sarah, with the hair. You going to get on that stage? I make sure your hair is laid.
Thank you.
And I do that. So yeah, follow me there. Follow me on both on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe on my YouTube too. And that's where I'm at over there. I'm all over the place. I'm worldwide. I like to have different streams.
Facts. Love it. Uncle Dolee?
IG and Twitter, Uncle Dolomite, or Too Much Game Podcast. Get some of my merchandise at Too Much Game Podcast.store. Other than that, I ain't got shit going on but raising these damn kids. And do we do the advice now, or we wait? You're gonna come back to the advice.
You can do it advice right now.
I don't even know why I said that, because I ain't even really had no fucking advice, my nigga. Like, I ain't even had shit. But just protect your peace. Don't allow nobody to fuck your mood up.
That's
protect your fucking smile, because people will try to steal it from you. They don't have one, so they want to take yours.
Right. Yeah. I think that's big. A lot of people lose peace, so stay true to that.
Oh, I can give mine. Mine was smile. Smiling makes inward light explode.
Okay.
That's dope.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna say, feeling psychologists on us. Getting some therapy, get some sunshine in there.
I'm gonna just.
Thank you, sis.
Making it happen.
I'm done. Yeah. So my advice would be just remain consistent in anything that you do, whether it's, whatever you're trying to strive to be great, hair, business, person that you're trying to meet, yourself, whatever. Consistency is key. Don't let nobody knock you off of your stride. 10 toes always.
10 toes. Yes.
Benji, the man, the brand.
Man, what's going on, man? Y'all know where to find me. BRB4701. If you got stuff out there on IG, man, you want me to mark it for you. We're putting it out there. We're putting everything everybody out there. We're making things happen. Got merchandise, got wine. Listen, all of that you can find on my link tree. All you got to do is go to BRB4701. You'll find it all. And see, some of my folks got their wine shipments. So shout out to everybody. Sarah, I think I missed you. So I apologize. I need your address, need all of that. Send that to me, DM me. I got to get you in there. But shout out to everybody, man, that's been supporting, that's been buying, that's been promoting my stuff. And like I said, you can always find me on IG. And for me, advice-wise, listen, man, be careful who you give your ear to. Like, everybody, listen, you got to know, you be able to think for yourself, man. Some of these folks spitting old traditional game and they ain't following it themselves. So, like, for me, I can be a talker. I can talk a rock off a cliff. But to me, getting it done is what matters. So either you're putting in the work and you're making it happen, or you're not. So make things happen, man. Do less talking and make more happen.
Big time.
Amen.
Wow. Benji with the poignant words. All right, my brother. All right.
The liquor done kicked in, so my slurry has.
All right. Well,
y'all already has kind of started up a bit, but I'm feeling taco-ish right now. So.
Ooh, for talking. Hey, wait! I felt that taco ministry. Wait a second.
The taco. Listen, I'm feeling lobster taco-ish right now. I've been doing this keto joint, and listen, listen.
I do tacos. I don't care if they keto or what.
Taco ministry.
I don't care if they Tito's. I didn't eat.
Listen, we can make keto lobster tacos, but I'm just saying. Listen, we're gonna have. I gotta get a function back together again. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna get it popping. We're gonna get the brunch going, and we're gonna get folks over to the townhouse and then chill out and eat lobster tacos. So we're gonna make something happen.
So we can see the jersey in person.
Yeah, I'm pulling up.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Double stuffed tacos. Don't play.
Listen, I like nice things, so I ain't gonna give you no dinner on a garbage can lid. So we're gonna make it legit.
Come on, that's a reference from the Bill Cosby Show when Vanessa brought Dabness over. Don't do it. I remember. I remember.
You noticed that.
I'm good at trivia.
I learned that from Bill Cosby and Felicia Rashad. So there you go.
Sir.
See, I know you figured that out.
All right. Well, we're going to let y'all get up out of here. Y'all already know y'all can find me all the time at Big Ken's Comedy on IG, Big Ken's Comedy on Twitter, Big Ken's Comedy on Facebook. Y'all can follow the Fire Session Podcast on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all go to YouTube, like, and subscribe. Trying to build that channel up so we can get y'all more quality content. Y'all already know.
1,000. We're headed to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we working on that. So we got a lot of dope shows coming, a lot of dope topics, a lot of dope interviews. We want to thank everybody who joined us today. Y'all will see them back again. We're trying to develop these relationships and pull people from other platforms to, you know what I'm saying, sharing their dopeness to shine the light on them for our people. And hopefully we can get on their platform to, you know what I'm saying, talk to their people as well, to let them know we out here and we're trying to build something special for everybody. Y'all already know what this podcast is about, man. We Fire Session and we trying to help everybody build something great. So it ain't never about me and Benji. It's about the people. It's about the audience. It's about the people we bring on the show. It's a community feel. We old school with it. And we're going to bring y'all some quality content every time. So y'all make sure y'all check us out. Keep supporting us, showing love to everybody that came, everybody that gave you the information. Make sure you go to their IG pages, the social media sites, like and subscribe there so you can get all that quality information and content. So y'all already know what it is. It's the Fire Session Podcast. Y'all have a great week. Peace.
Follow us on all social media platforms. Just search Fire Session Podcast.